What's going on, everybody? LMC here, coming at you with Hall of Heroes Dark Death Knight B3 video. Basically, what I got going on here is an auto battle. This is my team, free to play player, if you guys haven't seen before. This is autoing the B3 dungeon. Um, I haven't failed yet. This is not to say that I won't fail. This is a very difficult dungeon, but I've been autoing this for quite a while now. I'm getting anywhere between, 2 and 4 pieces, I think. Maybe 1 and 5. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been really looking at the pieces so far. But it's taken me, quite a while, probably about 10 minutes average, 9 to 10 minutes average per run. These runs are not easy by any means, and as a free to play player, I have a pretty good team here. Probably one of the best, but it's not easy to get a team that can auto this B3 dungeon. I've shown some other Hall of Heroes dungeons, B1, B2, B3, and what I recommend is if you haven't done any of these, if you haven't at least farmed one of these monsters, at least farm one on B1 if you can. Unless you're a brand new player, you should have good enough monsters to at least do B1, which you don't even have a chance to get a single piece for each run, but it's still worth it. It might take you 300 energy, 300 to 400 energy on B1 to get yourself one piece, one whole, monster, but it's a 4-star monster. And in this case, it's a dark monster that you might not ever be able to get again. It's very rare, so get yourself at least one of these monsters. As far as B3 goes, I feel bad because I haven't been putting out the guide videos like I used to. I did a Giants B10 guide video and I did a farming guide video, and people really took to that, and they really appreciated the advice I gave in that, especially the new players. These were the kind of videos I was looking for when I first started playing this game. And I've kind of started playing on a whole new level, and guilds have taken over a lot, so there's a lot more competition in this game. And as you can see right here, I have 5 6-star monsters. So how useful am I going to be explaining things to new players that are just starting this game when I have these 6-star monsters? I have 10 6-star monsters right now. But basically, what I want to tell all the new players is go for a survivable team. Bella, Amin, Darien, these are 3-star monsters who are going to take you very far in the game. There's quite a few other ones, but also Dark Ifrit here. He's on my auto, B3 team right now. He's a key player to my Dragons auto team, Dragons B10. Um, so look forward to that Dragons B10 video. I'm going to be working on that with the help of the free-to-play community. I've posted some comments in the free-to-play gaming webpage and the free-to-play gaming Facebook page, so I'll post links below this video for that. And look forward to that. I'm going to try. The purpose of this Dragons B10 video is that's basically the hardest dungeon in the game right now, and I want to try to help everybody create a team with the monsters that they have, because not everybody has the same monsters, especially once you start using these mystic scrolls and things. People have different kinds of monsters, but even though you might not have the absolute best monsters, you can still build a pretty good team that's capable of doing something like auto Dragons B10 if you put the proper runes on, and put the team together properly. So a survivable team is what we're looking for here, especially for the free to play players, for the new players. And these survivable teams do absolutely great in arena defense and guild wars defense. Like I'm running Ifrit, Amin, and then Eridos, which was the last Hall of Heroes event. And or you could throw in Vertihil. Vertihil is actually very excellent for Guild Wars defense. So things like that, I mean, that's going to take you very far in the game. And then also to farm the most popular runes like Dragons B10, Giants B10. Hopefully most of you have seen my Giants B10 ultimate farming video. It kind of explains how to build a 5-star B10 Giants team that's a win team. That's not that difficult for most people. It's very farmable. Cases, of course, is a very good member of that team, but it's not absolutely necessary. There's a lot of teams that are built upon that, like Wind Undyne, or you could even take Amin as a leader. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. This team right now is extremely survivable and is doing absolutely excellent for me for B10 or B3 actually. This is the third level of Dark Death Knight Dungeon, Hall of Heroes. It's Amun, or sorry, Dark Ifrit, Amun, Vertihil, the Fire Vampire, Acasis, and Lumi, which is the Water Sylphid. Let me just run it by you why this team is so survivable and so good at pretty much any dungeon. This is very similar to my Dragons B10 team, and I can run that pretty much 100% success rate, auto mode. If I pay a little bit of attention, it's definitely 100% success rate. If I don't pay attention, it's something like 90, and that's only because the dungeon's a little bit unique. But anyways, Dark Ifrit, he's awesome. He's a fusible monster. He takes a lot of work to fuse a 5-star monster. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It takes a ton of work. You have to have 4 5-star monsters, which are natural 4-star monsters, which are all fusible. It's totally possible for everybody in the game to get one of these monsters. But in the end, it's going to take hours and hours, days, actually weeks, probably, for anybody to fuse this guy. And then you have to get him up to 6-star. Mine has no skill ups, but he's still a beast because his passive removes 1 debuff from your entire team every time he attacks. So mine right here, he's got speed, hit points, and I believe accuracy. He might go speed, hit points, hit points. Actually, I think that's what he is, but he has accuracy substats. But he's so crucial to my dungeon teams right now that he's really that awesome of a monster. Watch, as soon as he attacks, he's going to remove this debuff, which is the heal debuff. So now he can be healed again. Now my Amun, every time he attacks, he gets a critical because he has a 100% crit rate. So he's healing because he has a passive that's healing the entire team by, geez, I don't even know, 15% of his max hit points. So that makes him heal the entire team. That makes the entire team more survivable. Vertihil, he has a passive. So these passives, these unique passives, are what makes the team so survivable. Vertihil has a passive where he increases all the allies' attack bar by 20% every time he gets a critical rate. His first skill attacks twice, so that's a chance to get 40% attack bar increase for the entire team. That's huge. That makes a survivable team that much more survivable. Acasis, she has a shield which adds hit points. I'm just going to select this guy because it goes a little bit faster if you attack the light Death Knight on the right first. Anyway, she has this shield which she just cast right here, which gives a hit points which scales off of her level. So if you do a 6-star Acasis, the Wind Sylphid right here, she's going to make the rest of the team extremely more survivable because she throws this shield up for 3 turns. Lumi's substitutable, but Lumi is a pretty good tank, especially if you throw some decent hit point and defense percent runes on her. I don't have the best runes on mine. I actually took the runes off my Lumi, put them on some other monsters during the last rune removal event. You know, she's capable of soloing Dragons B10 if you make it that far with the team, but it didn't really work for me. I'd rather take a whole team with me for Dragons B10 autoing. But anyways, she can increase the health. She can heal the entire health of one monster with one attack. So that's one of her skills. So that makes the team more survivable right there. Plus, Ifrit, Acasis, and Lumi are all throwing dots on the enemy. These up here, every time the enemy attacks, for each one of these skulls they have up, these are damage over time effects. That takes 5% of their hit points. See how much that hurt that guy? 5% of their hit points every time they attack for each one of these dots. This is going to kill him right here. Watch this. Look at all these dots. Boom. Oh, look, he had a little sliver. He's dead, though. So Dark Ifrit, Acasis, Lumi, they're all throwing dots up on the enemy. You know, that's what does your damage for this team. So this team's extremely survivable, and they can get the job done with damage over time effects. It doesn't matter how many hit points, what the hit point pool is for the dungeon they're attacking in. If they can stay alive and they can put damage over time effects, you're going to win. You know, this isn't the fastest team in the world, but it's pretty awesome, and it's 100% success rate. and I'm loving it right now. So for those of you guys who stuck with me, when you first seen me summon my first 6-star monster, which was kind of a joke, I made some mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes with what they're doing. Here I am. I'm farming B3 auto mode, no problem. And I greatly appreciate everybody who stuck with me up until this point. Look forward to the Dragons B10 video. I hope to help a lot of people out by showing some substitution possibilities for a survivable team. Um, we're going to talk about monsters who can res, who can bring monsters back to life. That's very important in Dragons B10. My team doesn't have that. But we're going to go over a lot of good stuff. So look forward to that. And I appreciate everybody who stuck with me up until this point. I hope you learned a little something. And check out my Giants B10 video to look for a survivable, farmable team. The only monster that's not farmable is a Casus, which she is substitutable if you go with the light trio team, which is Amon, Darien, which is the light Vagabond, and Belladon, which is the light Inugami. Those monsters are awesome. I haven't focused on them specifically myself, but you definitely should if you're a new player starting out. Check out the other videos on Lord Mookow Gaming, I suppose is the web page, which is the YouTube page, and you're going to learn a lot. I want to help everybody out, and doing my best here, guys. With the limited time we have, Guild Wars has come out, and our guild's doing great. So it's taken a lot of time. It's added an element of competitiveness to the game, which is good and bad. So love you guys. Talk to you guys later. LMC signing out for now.